Welcome back to another episode of Bucket List Fishing Northwest. Today we're heading to the Wallace River Hatchery to pick up Coho Salmon eggs as part of our Salmon in the Classroom Homeschool Edition learning experience. Join us as we embark on our third year of participating in this amazing program through the Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife. They're eating. We met with Jackson Crump, Fish Hatchery Specialist 3 and Supervisor at the Wallace River Hatchery, who graciously agreed to answer some questions for us regarding the hatchery and salmon development.
What stage are the eggs in right now, and what changes should kids watch for next?
Right now they are eyed up. They're in an eyed stage. So if you look at them, you can see a little black dot, and then you'll start to see, as they develop a little bit further, a real nice like white line around the black of their eye. So that'll be their pupil and their iris starting to develop. They'll start to get that really nice spine going in there, and you can see them kind of wiggling around and stuff. And then they'll just kind of start popping. You'll start seeing some bubbles, and that'll kind of show that they're starting to hatch. It'll be like little foamy bits, and that's kind of the next stage of development.
One amazing fact about salmoning that most people don't know.
When I started working with them, I was super surprised about how resilient they are and how they kind of go in between being not hardy and strong and then being crazy strong again. So when we lay them down and when they first spawn, they're called green eggs, and they are super susceptible to anything. You can't touch them, you can't move around too much because it'll wreck them and it'll coagulate them. And so after they get to that eyed stage, you'd think they'd still be really, really sensitive and soft, and they are crazy durable. It's incredible how like just that few weeks in there makes them where you can bounce them off the ground, little bouncy balls and stuff, and then like pick them up and roll them around, and nothing will happen to them at that stage. It's really cool. And then once they hatch out, they're back to being super susceptible again because they have that exposed yolk when they're in that alevin stage. So it kind of goes back and forth, and it's kind of neat.
If kids remember just one thing about salmon, what would that be? What would you say is the most important thing to remember?
I would say how important they would be to the environment. A lot of people see them as just like a fish, right? But it goes a lot further than just having fish in the river. They supply food for us, food for tons of different animals. They food for out there. The orcas specifically, one of our programs. We have a yearling program with the Chinook, and that's goes to the orcas for a good chunk of it. Yeah. So it's all sorts of stuff. Nutrient enhancement after they spawn and their carcasses wash up. It's good for the trees. It's good for the river. It's a whole system that if they weren't there, stuff would start to fall apart.
Yeah. Why is it important that fry are released back into approved locations?
Just like any other animal or species or anything that's in the area, they are all interconnected and stuff, right? And so introducing species into areas where they wouldn't naturally be or are supposed to be throws off that whole ecosystem. They can become predators in that area, or they could be just a prey for something in there, and it could either wipe out all of them because they'd be eaten, or they could wipe out another species, or it could throw off like the biome area, right? All of the plants and all the stuff that's in there. It's just not good for them. And they can introduce other bacteria and stuff that's in them that might, or like diseases and things that they have that might not be existing in that river system if you were to release them into somewhere strange.
Thank you so much,
Of course,
Jackson.
yeah, it was really nice meeting you.
Great to meet you too. I know. Those are steelhead. Awesome. Oh, cool. That would be great. Thank you so much. Before receiving our coho eggs, we prepared a 40-gallon aquarium with rocks, conditioned water, and cycled the tank to keep ammonia and nitrite stable. You'll see us filling the tank from a hose, but the water was treated once the tank was full. When eggs or fish are already in the aquarium though, water should always be pre-treated before adding it. Coho eggs and fry require cold water, so we use an aquarium chiller to keep the temperature around 46 degrees Fahrenheit along with filtration and air stones to keep the water clean and oxygenated. You excited?
Yeah.
Note to self for next time, always double check the safety gauze for extra eggs. One cool thing that we learned through the program is that late-stage eyed eggs can actually propel themselves across the bottom of the tank as the fish inside begin to move. In the weeks ahead, we'll watch these eggs develop into alevin and then fry. Soon, we'll release them into a local stream where they'll grow into parr and later smolt as they head toward the ocean. And in a few years, some may return as spawning adults to the very stream where they began, assuming they don't end up on our boat first. All right, we came up with a little jingle to help us remember the salmon life cycle. Josh, you ready to sing it? Egg, alevin, fry, and parr, smolt, adult, and spawning adult. You want to do it by yourself now?
Egg, alevin, fry, and parr, smolt, adult, and spawning adult.
Good job! A huge thank you to Jackson Crump, Trevor Jennison, Matt Davidson, and everyone at the Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife who support this program and make it possible. We've loved participating in this program and sharing the experience with you. Watch for more videos and feel free to tune in to our daily live stream as our coho continue to grow. Drop any questions in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.